Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a lovely day. And now I felt compelled to do this video. I'm going to try not to get emotional about it, though it's been a very sad week for me, for many people. Yeah, so you all probably know now there was a terrorist attack in London this week. I was in London at the time. I go through Westminster, which is where the attack happened. Monday through Friday. It could have been any one of us who commute to London, who travel in and out of London on almost a daily basis. Okay, so I felt compelled to do this video, and I felt so sad. And the reason I'm wearing yellow today, and this isn't coincidental, and yellow I think screams happiness and joy, and I think that's what we need to do. So London needs to stand together, and we have done. We've been great. London's been brilliant since this has happened. So whatever this terrorist was trying to achieve, you failed massively. Anyway, so what my experience of what happened was, I was at work. I was, normal day in London. I was at work, and I was walking through the reception area, and I saw BBC News was on, and that there'd been a terrorist attack on the Westminster Bridge. It was all very vague at that point, but the thing is, I was in London when there was the last terrorist attack on 9/11, when there was the tube bombings and when the buses were blown up. And I remember being in London that time as well, and being so frightened. I remember being terrified when that happened, and it kind of took me back to that time. It took me back to that time when that happened, of not knowing how I'm going to get home, not being able to, because what happened the first time round it happened, I apologise for getting upset. What happened the first time round when this happened was all the phone lines went down. We were first of all told it was an electrical fault on the tube, because obviously they wanted to damage control, I guess, but then there was terrorists who had blown up the tube, blown up the buses. That's what we found out later. But I couldn't get hold of anyone. I remember that time trying to call my boyfriend. All the phone lines had gone down, so we couldn't do it. It was just I had to get a ferry home. It was just a very severe, it was a very surreal kind of time, eerie time. It was so weird walking home and everyone being so quiet, and it kind of took me back to that time of when that happened, not knowing, the worry, and as it unfolded, it seemed to be it was possibly just one person who'd done this himself. So what happened is, he drew, I think it was like a 4x4 or something like that. He mowed down a load of people on the bridge, children, mothers, fathers, mowed them down. Some of them jumped into the river. I believe one lady, I think, jumped into the river. I think she's still alive. I hope she's still alive. And so one person, jumped into the river, and there have been some fatalities, unfortunately. Now I believe there's 4 or something similar to that amount, and a police officer has died, and which is terrible thing to happen. He was stabbed by the attacker, and the attacker though was shot dead. I think he was shot a few times, and so what happened is, he ploughed into people. He wanted to get to where Parliament was, I think, and a police officer obviously was stabbed while he who had a knife started stabbing him, mowed through the people, left them for dead, started stabbing people, and then the officer shot the terrorist, is what they're saying. It is a terrorist attack now. They shot the terrorist dead. It's just so horrible. Why does the world have to be like this? And terrorists are never going to win. You have to remember, we are strong, we are strong together, and they're never going to win. It's just crazy. Why can't we all just believe what we want to believe and get on with our lives, as long as we're peaceful and don't harm anyone else in the process? I just don't understand it. And what are you gaining from it? Absolutely nothing, apart from killing innocent people. Nothing is gained from this. It's absolutely terrible, horrific crimes, and terrible. But do you know what was good with London? We carried on. So after it all happened, I actually had to go right next to Westminster, okay, on the way after my office had shut. So I did that as normal. You couldn't obviously get onto Westminster Bridge, and that was all cornered off, of course. Police investigations and all that. But I still went through to Charing Cross, which is right near sort of Covent Garden, Trafalgar Square way, if you're not too sure, you know. And then walked up along the Strand, which is again near all those places. And we carried on, and that is good because we are resilient in some respects. We are going to carry on, and everybody was nicer to each other. Everyone seemed nicer to each other, which was a good thing. The next day when I went into work, I felt pretty somber. I really did. On the way home as well, the previous night, I went to my train station, and there was men with machine guns, like policemen with machine guns. And they were huge. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen a machine gun up close. You know, so I was kind of shocked by that. Really was. So I went home, went into London again the following morning, and I have to go on the tube. And there is police out in force in London right now, I'm telling you, and it's great. It's, you know, trying to show everyone that nobody's going to do this to us. We are going to carry on, and no one else is going to get away with it. But I mean, when I was on the tube, again, there was 2 policemen with machine guns on my tube. And even though I understand it's why they're doing this, it's still, I feel sad. I felt sad, and I actually felt upset. I could feel myself tearing up a bit about it because, one, that this has happened, that we've come to this, and it just made me feel a bit uneasy, but not to do with them, just the whole situation of everything, you know. So the police have done a fab job. I think we all should pay our respects to the poor policeman who lost his life, protecting all of us who are just going about their daily life up in London. But you know, I'm not going to keep getting upset. But it is for me, it's very sad. Because it brought everything back, I think, to that 9/11. It really did. Oh, not 9/11, sorry, 7/7 bombings. I'm getting confused of what dates are what. But, you know, of the last terrorist attack in London on the tube and on the you know, on the buses. But like I said, we will not be beaten. None of us will be beaten. And I'll tell you the one other thing I found really sad. I was actually, when it all happened, because obviously I was trying to see what was going on, I was scrolling a bit through Twitter and stuff. I thought it would have been nice as well for one evening for people on Twitter to stand together, stop bitching about each other, sod all that nastiness, don't stop it and all just be nice, just spread love and support for everything that happened. I asked too much, didn't I? Because all I could see on the majority of my, I mean, I'm going to probably start following people, I think, because I haven't got many followers myself, I don't care, but all I could see was people bitching about stuff, about this YouTuber, about this makeup artist, about this. None of that matters. None of it's important. What is wrong with you people? There's been a terrorist attack and you're bitching. I know life goes on. Don't get me, life does go on. But to be carrying on just bitching about people and slagging them off and being nasty, what is wrong with some people? Seriously. Not everyone I follow on Twitter or follows me on Twitter, you know, I follow even on Twitter, but a good chunk of people were still, and I just thought, this is wrong. Why are people doing this? Why are you letting yourself be so consumed about things that don't matter and people you don't know? But anyway, I'm not going to go into that too much. This is all about London, and I was obviously I was very sensitive at the time, and maybe I'm getting things out of perspective, though I don't believe they are. But I mean, this is just all for us to, you know, stand strong together. Terrorists are never going to win. They're never going to beat us. We're always going to carry on. We're all going to carry on going into London. London will carry on. London is one of the best cities in the world. So I truly believe that. It's a fantastic, diverse, beautiful city, and nothing is ever going to change that. So please, if you ever get a spare few minutes, just sort of, you know, think about the people that lost their lives. You know, just, you know, send them prayers. You know, send them well wishes to their family. And yeah, everybody stay safe, and we will stand strong together.